the whole pack here with the pouches for about 50 quid. I think the weight is somewhere around 2.1 kilos, even with the side rocket pouches. 90 litres by Berghaus. This is the Cyclops Crusader. Let's come in, have a look at some of the features, measure it up. We're looking at probably just under 2 foot. That's obviously somewhere around 61 centimetres. It does have an adjustable mechanism at the back, so it will go a lot higher than the height here at 29 inches or 73.5 centimetres. So I can adjust it so it becomes a lot higher to take a bigger cargo. I've just got my bedroll. Let's lay it down, have a look at some of the features. Starting on the front here, ice axe holders. You'd put the handle of what you need to secure here and bring around the tab. Put the tab then through here, and when you got it tight enough, I just simply toddle back and secure here with a clip to open it like that. These are the loops for your ice axe. So you'd put your ice axe handle face down and then rotate it upwards, fasten it here. So this is your casualty evacuation strap right on the front here. Let's come now to the sides, have a quick look at these side rocket pockets. Now these can go 10 litres as your standard, and they do a 15 litre if you shop around, if you're lucky enough to find them. And you can put a water bladder zipped on as well. I'm on the lookout for the 15s just to build the system up, and the water pouch as well. Maybe a water pouch on a 15 might be better than the 210s. It's exactly the same as most Bergens, where they'll zip on and zip off. Zippers here. This one on the front zips up. The one at the back also zips up, and I believe on the PLCE Bergen, one zips up and one zips down. So let me get that one off there. This is why they're not compatible, although the zip size track is compatible with the CS95. The orientation of the zip is not. The track size is identical to the CS95 British PLCE Bergen, but the orientation of the zips aren't. Cargo carriers on the outside here, and I've taped up all the loose ends because I don't use them, but you can get a decent size cargo there, ski poles usually. There's no need to rethread them. Obviously it's a simple case of you push one into the other, and to release it I squeeze like that, it comes undone like that, and they're very, very secure. And I'm meant to be able to undo this one-handed with poor dexterity, and in fact I can. But I've ordered this one like a sling, going from left to right. I'd have to take off the other handle and put it on the other side to make it into a backpack, but I find that more than adequate. Or I can zip two together, which I'm not going to do in this demonstration, to make a backpack. But for 10 litres, that's more than adequate, because there's not a lot of weight in it. It'll probably only have some waterproofs in it, maybe a basher. A smaller zipper track here to get in and out, and I've put my own zip pulls on there, and I've tidied everything up there with sniper tape. So if I'm using this for a camping exercise, I don't want to take my big pack into town, so I would zip off something like this, use it like a side sling like that. That's more than enough for me. Hands in my pocket, because the only thing I'll have in the back here is probably my waterproofs and obviously some bits and pieces. nothing of any substance, so that is adequate enough for me. Over the other shoulder there, and that is why. But you can, if you want, order the other side onto here and make yourself a double, so you can have two shoulder slings and use it if you want a more hands-free option, like I said, for a bit of wild camping or anything. Let's see how easy it is just to get this on. You notice here are the bands to compress with, also where your skis would go. So your ski like that, nip it up, ski poles on the outer. Let's zip it all up. Well, one side there went on very, very quickly, very easily. Just hide away the straps there for the pack, and let's do up the other side. It's a real world test of seeing how easy everything works. That was very easy, very quick. This is where my back goes. It has two internal rods that run here and here, and you can actually shape them to your back. Because I have problems with my back, you know, you can bend a bit in if you want. I do like moulding the actual stays here, the metal stays. You don't have to, of course. Casualty evacuation strap again, another one here, and one on the front here, one on the front, one on the back. A lot easier. Shoulder straps quite narrow but adequately padded. It had been nice if it had been wide, but again here at the bottom, this again is a kidney pad and not really a hip pad. You can try it as a hip pad, it will work, but you'll notice the shape stops pretty short of your hip, and straight away that tells you that that is a kidney pad, and that's how I wear it. If you want to wear it like a hip pad instead, you can. I'll show you at the end when I put it on. Load lifters pretty standard really, as they would be any other pack. So load lifters there. On the top here, an extra feature to hold more cargo. This is on the top of the hood, and I've got my poncho there, so if it rains I can slip a poncho over my pack and over myself very, very quickly. And I can adjust here how much volume there is in the pack with these extensions here. I can extend how much cargo space I have under the lid, and it is a lid rather than a hood. There you go. Now, even though I've got a full system inside here, if I did need the extra capacity, all I need to do is lift like that at the back, lift at the front, and I have all this extra here to put a cargo underneath. If you don't like carrying, say, your sleeping bag on the inside, you can put it in the compression sack and put it on the top. Now, what makes this a hood rather than a lid is the lack of elastication here around the top, unlike your PLCE CS95 Bergen, which is elasticated. This isn't. Now, what this means is you can get a bedroll here or a kit mat here under the lid, as where on your CS95 with the half moon actually goes over the actual pack. You can't really do this. I mean, you can make it work, but it's not designed to. This is designed to take a linear roll like this, even a tent or a sleeping bag. So for me, on a personal level, say a night out with my tent, some mates doing some fishing or metal detecting, whatever your hobby is, you might just want a couple of nights out, I'd rather this kind of system here. It is a lot more comfortable to carry than a lot of other Bergens I've tried, and believe me, I've got another channel as well. We've kind of looked at stuff over the past 13 years. I've got a lot of kit, and I've tried a lot of Bergens. Now your preference isn't going to be my preference, that's why I don't give preferences or reviews, but I will tell you on this occasion that this is one awesome pack for comfort. Let's try it on. It's a lot more comfortable for me. It's a lot more comfortable for me than the CS95. Now, trying to dress this like a hip pack, you know, a hip belt, doesn't really work out. I'll try. I'll get it around my hips like you would a rucksack. So there are my hip bones under my thumbs there. Tighten up. Yes, it's doable, and I know a lot of people are going to prefer it. If you have back issues like I do already, this is kind of pissing me off. So I'm going to open it all up and boost it up. How to find where your kidneys are. If it's a kidney pad, well, it's underneath your last rib and on top of that bone there that goes over your hip bone, which is called your iliac crest. There, that bone, and under your rib. And you can see how this pad doesn't come all the way around to the front. Now, Bergens generally have to cater for the webbing, so yeah, they have to be a lot higher up. I'm going to leave them thoughts with you if you are a collector of vintage packs. Until next time, take care of yourself. See you out there.